Hi, Noelle. It's such a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
Me too. So tell everybody who you are and what you
Well, my name is Noelle Randall, MPS, MPA. I am a real estate entrepreneur. I am a mom of 5, and I have quite a other bit of things that I do as well, such as YouTube now and Instagram and all of these other social medias, and have become kind of an influencer teaching people real estate investing. I used to do real estate investing part-time while working full-time, and then transitioned to a full-time real estate entrepreneur, and now I teach it. So it's very exciting to be able to teach and share with people everything that I've done and that I know, and now see the value that they're getting in their successes as well.
So how did you start? Tell me, here's how I started in real estate, and tell me your story.
So I have an awful story. I started in real estate literally from my parents' basement. So actually I'll go back actually a little bit further. I started in 2002, 2003. I was living in Atlanta, working young, working full time, and just started flipping houses on the side. And I'm working a full-time job in the mortgage industry, and I'm flipping houses on the side. And here comes 2008, 2009. I lose everything. Me and my husband, we lose our jobs. We lose all the houses we were flipping. We ended up filing bankruptcy and had multiple foreclosures. So we ended up moving back to Connecticut in my parents' basement. Again, it's 2009 now. I have 2 kids and I'm pregnant with a 3rd. So in my parents' basement, I just decided I did not want to be beat by real estate. I have to figure this out. I was flipping houses. I was making money. How is it now that I am in my parents' basement and I'm poor? So I ended up getting a real estate coach that changed my life. He taught me something called wholesaling, which is where you find someone similar to myself, where I had been behind on my mortgage payments. I reach out to them, hey, I'm connected to a network of investors. Hey, can I get your home under contract? And then I would flip those contracts to other investors, fix and flippers, and they would fix and flip those houses, and they would pay me fees of $500 to $10,000 to $30,000 for helping them find those houses. So that is how I climbed out of my parents' basement, just basically helping people that were behind on their mortgage payments avoid foreclosure like I had been through. So it was a really easy sell. And kind of once we got out of our basement, start working again, I'm flipping houses again on the side, working again, because I really still didn't have the confidence, I think, that I could do real estate full time. I had been in my parents' basement. I had lost so much that I was scared, you know what I mean? So I just worked my full-time job and still did real estate on the side. But eventually, I just started doing really well in real estate. And I was like, I think I could do this again. I could quit my job and do real estate full time. So I had at the time 40 rental properties.
Wow.
And I finally quit, the 6-figure corporate job, working, I think at the time I was working at, Movement Mortgage. By then I had, and again, I worked at some other companies like Wells Fargo and Bank of America. But it's truly been when I have been a real estate entrepreneur, working for myself now, having my properties, teaching what I know, now writing books and podcasts and all this other stuff, that I really am like, wow, things have worked out for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
So your videos and your podcasts, what do you teach? Do you still teach wholesaling?
I do. And so when I first came to YouTube, of course, I taught wholesaling, I taught fixing and flipping, I taught how to manage rental properties. Essentially, I still do. I just taught people what it is that I was doing. I started monetizing my expertise, I had done these things, I had learned from a coach, so I had made the mistake of trying to do it myself and not being successful, then getting a coach. And so I also knew the value of having someone tell you the right way. So that was really what I came to YouTube and to social media, and just sharing and teaching the things that I had learned and the things that I had done, and giving people ways to avoid the mistakes that I had made too. So that has been fun.
Will you teach us something about real estate?
Absolutely. So the biggest thing that I learned and how I ended up in my parents' basement was not knowing that I should be trying to buy properties at a discount. I'm watching HGTV and some of these things, and I'm just looking at the fix and flip, like, stainless steel appliances and granite countertops and all these things that we see on TV. But really, when it comes to real estate, what you should focus on, instead of even the property, is the person that owns it. Okay? Mm-hmm. So how I make so much money in real estate, focusing on people that are having a property problem, someone that's behind on their mortgage payment, someone that's in divorce, someone that's in bankruptcy, someone that inherited a house they don't want. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So instead of focusing on the property, focus on the person and their problem, and then you could get the property from them, help them, and then also make money in the process. So that was the big aha for me.
How do you find those people?
Very easily. So again, once you're behind on your mortgage payments, it's public record usually. So one, I'll give you a couple of ways. So before the person goes into foreclosure, again, they're behind on their mortgage payments, similar to how I was. And what was I thinking? I was thinking, man, I don't want to go into foreclosure. So I just started putting out signs. So in the very early days, I would put out signs. Are you behind on your mortgage payments? Are you going through divorce? Hey, did you lose your job? Question mark. Call us. We can help. You know, it was really speaking to the person and just putting out signs, letters, ads, anything that spoke to them and their problem, and that I was a solution to their problem. So that was it.
Well, how did you learn how to go in and negotiate, what to offer them?
Super easy. That's again where my coach came in. So it's funny because he told me this, and I really had to learn this. It's hard to know exactly what to say until you start getting moving. So he would always kind of just tell me, just go for it. You know, just start with these ads. So put the ads out. Hey, are you behind on your mortgage payments? Then my phone is ringing. People, yeah, I'm behind on my mortgage payments. How can you help? I had a little script, very easy. You know, my name is Noelle with ABC Properties. Just making that up. You know, with ABC Properties, I'm connected to this network of investors. We help people avoid foreclosures. The end. So I'm telling you, hey, this is your problem and this is how I solve it. We help you avoid foreclosure. Are you interested? And then you start talking about the property. Hey, how many bedrooms and these other things. But really it was getting into their story. Hey, how did you get behind on your payments? What happened? You know, and really connecting with the person. That is how I got so many real estate deals. So instead of, again, focusing on the real estate and, you know, this property is worth this and this property is worth that, really focusing on the people, and then the property stuff really comes kind of easily. For example, you give someone, they say, I'm behind on my mortgage payments. I'm behind 3 months. The payments are $1,500. So they're gonna get a letter in the mail. You know, it's called a notice of default before they go into foreclosure. And it's probably about, say in that example, they owe $5,500 to get out of default and not go into foreclosure. So if I'm calling these people, I've gotten homes literally for that amount, $5,500. Like if I can pay to get your mortgage out of foreclosure and I can prove to you that I can take these mortgage payments over, would you sell me this house? And many people are like, yes, I don't want to go into foreclosure. I don't want to ruin my credit. I don't want 10 years and, you know, of bad credit. And so that became the solution. And that's how I really learned real estate better. And I know I keep saying this because everyone thinks that it's the comparable sales and how much things are worth and, you know, how much is your budget going to be. But the true beginning and how you're making the money is focusing on people that are having a property problem.
Thanks so much for being here and watching that video. And can I ask you to please subscribe to our channel so you can find out when we're posting new content. You'll be alerted right away when we do. To share this with people you think might benefit from the information, and certainly it helps us if you like the video. So if you like what you just saw, go ahead and hit that like button. And again, thank you so much for being here with me right now.